Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And that's complete to Lewis. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run it again with Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They go play action now. Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 64 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with the receiver, very, very difficult to do, and a big play is often the result.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now Ryan on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On second down, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts. Really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tech McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Hearns left side. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they usually
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring. And
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down. Bortles now on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Bortles again. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On play action, now Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On play action, it's Bortles. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Freeman again, a first down carry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Ryan on second down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Ryan will throw again. is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 79 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flush to his right. Airing it out for Hearns. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Now Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it to Hearns. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he's brought down after a good gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And complete to Lewis over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Jaguars on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. 11 yards for number 11. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there at 22. Jones now in motion left. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the wideout in motion. On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play, defensive. Caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Connects with Atlanta first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
Back now here on EA Sports. And he motions the wide receiver. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Gonna let one. Got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Now he steps up, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw, Bortles. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Now Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Bortles to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
To throw is Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Now Shaw. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. First throw of overtime for Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 39 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? Flush to his right. And Jones has it over the middle. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On second down, here's Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Telvin Smith charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. And the back goes into motion. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here